Dolphins fans, I am Will Scott. You are watching Dolphins Today by Chat Sports. On today's show, we're getting you updates on Dalvin Cook and Christian Wilkins. There hasn't been a whole lot of new news on the Dalvin Cook front, but he did go on the Rich Eisen show earlier this week talking about kind of what he's looking for in a new team. Here's what he said. I want the value. I want somebody who values Dalvin Cook. I want somebody that wants me to be there and give me the ball. I just want to go into the right situation so I can help somebody win. Can the Dolphins give Cook what he wants? He wants a lot of money, apparently, but also he wants reps. And the Dolphins right now have a loaded running back room, and if they do bring in Cook, they could have a three-headed monster maybe, the running back position with him, A-Chain, or Mostert and Wilson. I don't think both Mostert and Wilson are back if they bring in Cook, but they could have really solid, really solid top three at the running back position. So I don't know if he's looking to go somewhere that maybe would guarantee that he's getting a lot of reps per game. I don't know if that'd be a guarantee necessarily in Miami with how much talent they have at that position. Here's what he also said. Like you said, Rich, the money is going to come. If you play good, they are going to pay you. I just want to go somewhere where it feels like home and help somebody win and just go be me. Just go turn it loose and look for a home. That's it. Dalvin Cook, who is from South Florida, says, I want to go somewhere where it feels like home. It certainly would feel like home in Miami because Miami is home. Thought that quote from Dalvin Cook was very interesting. And then, of course, you look at what he posted on Instagram last week. I do believe he wants to be a Dolphin. He also wants money. And reports are that he wants near $10 million per year, somewhere in that range. He was set to make $10.4 million in Minnesota this season. He wants to make somewhere close to that. But the offers that he has received, according to recent reports, have not exceeded $6 million. So there's this big gap right now between Dalvin Cook and between the teams that have been interested. I'm just going to go ahead and guess the Dolphins have been one of those teams that have perhaps reached out to Cook about coming to Miami. But Dalvin is not getting what he wants money-wise, which is why a week has gone by almost, and he still has not signed. How much should the Dolphins pay Dalvin Cook? Let me know down in the comments section. How much should Miami pay Cook? I'm okay with an $8 million deal per year, maybe 2 years, $16 million, somewhere in that range. $10 million per year might be a little bit much, but I'm going to reiterate what I said a few days ago. If money is what's the reason right now that he has not signed and he wants to be a Dolphin and the Dolphins want him, I feel like they're going to be able to work that out. Dalvin Cook deserves to get paid, though. I don't blame him for wanting what he wants. I think running backs in this league may be a little bit undervalued at times. I think he deserves more than $6 million per year. There's no question about that. He's been a top-tier back in the league for the last half-decade, four-time Pro Bowler. I mean, you look at how consistent he has been year in and year out, and not to mention the last 2 years, he has not been fully healthy. Now he is fully healthy. He's ready to go. Doctors have cleared him. And I think Dalvin Cook is going to be hungry to put up the numbers we saw him put up in, let's say, 2020, where he had over 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns. I think Dalvin Cook wants to get back to playing on that level. So, yeah, Dalvin deserves a bigger contract than what he's been offered so far. If those reports are correct, he's been offered $6 million per year, somewhere in that range. I think he deserves to get paid, but also Miami doesn't need to overpay him. Miami does not desperately need Dalvin Cook. I think they feel good about that running back room right now. Their top three backs being Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Devon A-Chain in no particular order. So Miami is not in desperation mode like the Jets were with needing a quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. This is a lot different. Miami feels really good about this room. They do not need to overpay for Dalvin Cook. So if Cook wants to be a Dolphin, he might have to take a little bit less than he wants. Dalvin Cook's not a Dolphin yet. Jalen Ramsey is. And you can go get his jersey at chatsports.com/Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey jerseys on sale right now. Go and take advantage. Chatsports.com/Ramsey. The link in the comments and the description of today's video. Go and check out that link, chatsports.com/Ramsey. Let's get into the latest now on Christian Wilkins. Could an extension be on the horizon for the Dolphins defensive tackle. Marcel Louis-Jacques of ESPN said this morning on ESPN.com. A contract extension between the Dolphins and Wilkins is a matter of when, not if. Both sides want to get a deal done, and it would appear Wilkins has the upper hand following an offseason full of extensions for defensive tackles across the league. Whenever a deal is reached, Wilkins will become the first-round pick under Dolphins GM Chris Grier to receive an extension. That's pretty crazy. The only other first-rounder to have his fifth-year option picked up, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, will be eligible for an extension of his own next offseason, but the Dolphins are focused on Wilkins for now. So Marcel Louis-Jacques, the Dolphins reporter for ESPN, basically saying that a Wilkins extension is a matter of when, not if, it is going to get done. The question is when it will get done. Here is what he did last season. He's coming off the best season of his career. 98 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, 7 quarterback hits, 3.5 sacks for Wilkins in 2022. That 98 tackle number, pretty unprecedented for an interior defensive lineman. You just don't see guys with that many tackles at that particular position. Taking a look at what a Christian Wilkins extension could look like, I have him at 4 years, $70 million, $17.5 million average annual value. Total guaranteed is around $40 million to $45 million. I'll say $42 million for Christian Wilkins with my extension projection. That would make him a top 10 highest paid player at his position, which he deserves to be. Show Christian Wilkins some love. Type 94 down in the comments section. Christian Wilkins coming off a phenomenal year, and not only is he just outstanding on the field, but off the field as well, man. Just a great guy. We'd love to have him in Miami for a very long time. Taking a look at some extension candidates here. Christian Wilkins, I think that's going to get done. I think that should be the top priority. Zach Sealer, Robert Hunt, and Connor Williams, some other names to watch. All those guys are free agents after the conclusion of next season. Connor Williams held out in minicamp because he wants an extension. Even though he's only been on the Dolphins for 1 year, he's holding out. Don't love that. Robert Hunt and Zach Sealer, think you should extend those guys as well. But Wilkins needs to be the top priority when you're talking about an extension. This has to get done before anything else. I think you got to get a Christian Wilkins extension done and done soon. You have the money from the Byron Jones post-June 1 cut designation to make it work for this next year and for years to come. So I think you should give Christian Wilkins what he deserves, which is to be, money-wise, a top 10 highest paid center in the National Football League. If Wilkins does get it extended, we're going to get you guys the video ASAP, so be sure to hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any Dolphins news and rumors.